Hey, what's up, y'all? It's DJ EC3, and we're back for episode 164 of Keep Grinding the podcast. And man, this is going to be a fun podcast. Our first time having a three-man booth. This is What's in the Deck, and I'm joined by my co-host.
Tony Donez here, guys.
And I want to introduce our other co-host today, Gilbert Gonzalez. Sir,
what's up, everybody?
Welcome to the show today, sir.
Thank you.
Got
Thanks
Gail
for
in
having
the
me.
house, guys.
Man, I'm really glad to have you guys on, and we're gonna talk some hip hop. Gil, really wanted you to come on today, bro, because it's a very very fun album that you put me on. You put me on, and we're gonna talk about it. How you guys doing today?
I'm good, man.
Good.
I was telling you guys beforehand, I don't get up this early in the morning for very many people, so you should fucking.
I'm really honored, bro. I'm honored.
Yeah, same here.
I think man, it was necessary just because I wanted to have it knocked out early, and like you said, we were doing them at 9 o'clock. That's why I told Gil, like, bro, we got to have these set already, and we're stacking on pods, man. And go to Keep Grinding podcast. I need to get better at plugging the Instagram. Check us out, man. We've been, our last pod was just dropped like 3 days ago. Pretty good numbers, D.
Nice.
You're a star, bro.
I'm trying, man.
He's a star in the hack community. It's crazy, Gil. This guy right here, man.
I always call him. I tell him I'm the hat community's favorite Theo.
Seriously, dude. No, seriously. And D, what's in the deck today?
Today we got a personal favorite of mine, man. DJ Quik, Rhythm-al-ism.
And we're gonna talk about. I guess let's talk about the impact. Let's start with me first. I remember this album at your house, and I remember the album cover, and we used to listen to it all the time. And I remember you telling me like this is probably one of your favorite West Coast albums ever. And to me, now that I look back on it as a 34-year-old man, this is Quik's last fun album. Because after this, Mossberg dies in 2000, and Balance of Options is dark, and everything else is there's always a dark song in all his next record. This is like his last fun.
Yeah, it's a full party album.
Yeah, I think this is one of the albums that anybody's made that you can listen to it over and over again, and every song's a little different.
Oh yeah.
Every song's hitting. It's not one of those ones where, all right, let me skip this one. Let me skip this.
There's a run there too, man. This look like if I've been running to this album. This starts off with, man, 11 straight until that Aldebar's interlude. There's 11 straight songs on there that are just, man, this is a crazy album. Rhythm-al-ism was released on November 24th, 1998. Number 63 on the Billboard charts. And Quik, and we always say like he is the Prince of Hip Hop. Produced the whole thing, engineered most of it according to this, and it's crazy. When it came out,
20 years old when this dropped.
you were, man,
20.
so jealous of you guys. I tell D all the time.
When you said the year, man, I was like, damn, I was
20 years
Did you
old?
say 98?
98,
It
yeah.
was 28.
Very, very jealous that you guys got to listen to this in real time and experienced it. When it first dropped, though, it looks like they only got 2.5 stars. This is kind of it's kind of a la 2001 in a weird way because it's more of a compilation album at times,
yeah.
but Quik's on every song, so it's really interesting. And we start off with the Rhythm-al-ism intro. Felt like the beat, man, was I love the beat on that one.
He's always been big on guitars. Like he's always had, and I think it's the same dude that plays the guitars as Rob Bacon, I think is his name. But he's always had the guitar like since day one, man. So he's always been big on that. That's the first thing you hear when you come on.
And Gil, what do you remember at this time, like when this came out? Do you remember when you first got it and what kind of was going on at the time with hip hop or your hip hop love?
See, I'm a West Coast hip hop person. I mean, I like old school East Coast, but mainly West Coast. Especially DJ Quik. I think he's one of the most underrated MCs that we have. I mean, they always talk about, they say the big four: Cube, Snoop, Too Short, and E40. Yeah, they talk about them, but it's like, man, how do you leave DJ Quik out of there?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's no way he could be left out. I mean, he's done music with all of them, whether you produce, written, or whatever. And they've been in his music, he's been in theirs, and he's left out. But I think that's why he kind of likes it, because he's really not one for the light.
No, that's
he just wants to perform. He just wants to produce good music, make good music, and this album's a perfect example. I mean, you said it was 2.5, but to me, that's one of my favorite ever compared to anybody's. I don't care who they bring out. I mean, that's out of his albums. This was the one, in my opinion, that it really, I don't know, it solidified. For me, it solidified him to be one of the tops. And I think, I don't know, that'd be a question I'd like to ask him is, does he feel a certain way because he's not mentioned?
So D, how would you say this impact, or what was going on at this time? Do you remember when this dropped, when you picked it up, the album cover when you first seen it, type of thing?
So I'm trying to think. 98, man. So I was 20. I was probably still living at home. I was one of those dudes that fucking was in and out of mom and dad's house. So I was probably still at home, man. It's probably when I was just buying a bunch of stuff. I really wasn't. I hadn't turned 21, so I wasn't crazy partying like out in the clubs and stuff yet. You know, just hanging with my boys and stuff. But I remember hearing it, and I've always been a DJ Quik fan, dude. I remember buying, Quik is the name when I was in junior high. So getting the fourth one was a no brainer. But I remember the album, and what stuck out to me is there was so much blue because he was a notorious blood, dude.
Yeah,
and there
sure.
was a ton of blue. It was blue and pink, and I was like, whoa, that was just different, But I think it was kind of his transition too. Like, it wasn't all about gang shit. It was more about fun. So, but yeah, I really remember that sticking out. And then the man had the baddest perm and all of hip hop.
God, dude, I know, man. I know, dude. I've always wanted a shirt like that. It's like, man, that's just smooth.
He was on some player shit.
Wasn't the CD a different color too?
I think it was.
I think
yeah.
it
I think
was.
it was
I
like
thought,
like a teal and pink maybe or something like that.
we started. We think was it the rhythm?
Actually, I got a picture of it on my phone.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Pop that thing out, bro.
Let's see.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
I'm trying to remember Rhythm-al-ism. That's kind of what I remember the
Or it
disc.
said Rhythm-al-ism like in a script across or something like that.
Oh shit, it's not playing music. See that one? Where
Yeah. I remember. I got that too. Remember the actual CD though? Let me see. CD disc. Let me see. I guess not. Oh yeah,
You know what I'm thinking?
right here it has the DJ Quik with
That
the
script
colors.
black and pink.
Man, I forgot about this whole the liner notes. That's pretty cool. No,
That's
that's
my
pretty cool.
favorite shit. I miss liner notes.
One of again, the opening track here was the intro, but we go straight into "We Still Party," which I still, man, I could throw in the mix today, and it still gets people going, man. It's like he says in the beginning, something that you try to stop cussing, but shit, you can't, and it's a party anthem. It's a West Coast anthem.
Not the one. That's the one line here in this CD that, or music. I think it's the third song, where he goes, "We got to be some of the baddest."
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he goes, and it's something about smoothest or something like that. He goes, and let me prove it to you in 3.5 seconds, and 1.5, 2.5.
oh yeah, that's
So many
so many
ways.
ways. Yeah,
So many
yeah,
ways,
yeah, 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 yeah.
But that one right there, when I heard that, I was like, or I heard the whole album, I should say. Then I go, man, that describes the whole album right there,
Yeah.
because it is smooth. It's not, even like Donez said, he's kind of getting out his gangster ways. He's a gangster. He goes to that, and it's like, okay. When he said that, I go, "Oh shit, that's that song." All right, yeah, it makes sense.
No, the way it's sequenced. These albums too. We've been talking about sequence in such a unique way. Like I, they're beautiful. Like we were talking about "Ready to Die" a couple days ago. The way that shit was sequenced, it's the story of these things, these albums. Yeah, it's a purpose every way. And with "We Still Party," I think that's one of the, it starts off with that, and it's not a lyrical song. He's not doing lyrical miracles, but it's a feel good song, and the beat is, you can hear that Quick has his own style, of course, of production, and that's what I love about the simplicity of it. It's a quick production.
First thing was the first line of the song. He said something about like time to take over the West Coast power, and I'm the guy, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, there's a lane open, and let me jump into it and see what I can do. And he had already been there, but it's like he's announcing it. Like I can, I'm part of this crew too. But what always sticks out with DJ Quik is the hand claps and the snares. It's just so hard and like echoes. And I think I read one time that he records all that shit like in the shower. So he gets that harder echo in it because that's like his signature sound to me. Is that hard ass snare and hand clap. And it's in damn near every song.
And drink Corona X for breakfast and we ready to play. You know what I mean? Like I'm notorious for dropping lyrics on here too. I'll drop bars. I'll drop bars.
He's gonna rap for us. He's getting back in his Elmo
Loco days.
Elmo
Yeah.
Loco.
For sure. And we still party. We get high. Sometimes we don't feel grown up, and that's no lie. It's an ode to what he's got going on right now. This the intro. How I think the theme of the album is going to go. We're still here. We're partying. It's the P Funk. That's something that really people need to remember too. We had the G Funk, but he was flipping these Parliament samples in a way that it was very special.
And I think too, like that. Sometimes we don't feel grown up in it. I think we all can relate to that shit. Like, even as an older dude, like I'm like, fuck, I don't know if I'm prepared to be an adult, and I just don't feel like a grown up, and that's fine, man. Like, there's days where I just want to fucking chill.
I love the whole. I love the line like this ain't Budweiser, but did you see the thighs on her? We nasty the motherfucking baby doll. Like
So I know Gil remember. I know
Yeah,
you remember the
yeah,
commercials, right?
yeah.
The
The
Budweiser
Budweiser,
commercial.
yeah.
Do you remember those, man?
I'm too young for that.
Too
Bro. I
young,
remember
dude. Yeah,
Budweiser coming out at this time.
it was three
There was
frogs,
three
bro.
frogs.
And they would say Bud, Wise, and
That's
then
why.
it
Oh,
gets-
okay.
Yeah.
Now the way he, man, the way he writes. That's what I mean. He don't get enough credit. The things he throws in there, and for say for yourself, like you weren't aware of that. No, when we were living it, it's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
oh shit, all right,
Yeah,
like that.
and that was like a relevant. It was like a Super Bowl commercial, I think.
Yeah,
it was a
yeah,
big
it was
deal,
big,
dude. They had
yeah.
people wearing fucking Budweiser T-shirts and stuff. So it was like a relevant pop culture reference at the time.
But that's he always has those, man. In every album, he always has those lyrics that stick in your head.
Yep.
I mean, even in the ones that people don't like, Midnight Life.
Oh yeah.
That one is like,
Do we? So we'll detour.
I know, I don't mean.
No. Midnight Life is. And we were talking about because Donez said him and his wife one of the first date.
Yeah.
One of the first dates was
so good.
No. It was my MySpace song.
Oh.
The song on my MySpace page. So when you get on my page, that was the song that was playing, and that's how she first saw me. Was that? So that's like a relevant song in our relationship, dude. It comes on and we both look at each other all sweet and shit. And it's a fucking pimp ass song, but it just because it has that meaning to it.
and with you, remember I think I dumped that off so fast. It was only
yeah.
available for so long,
Mhm.
and I dumped it to both of you guys. It's so good. Was it smoked too much? Like that's a fun time. That's another fun album that a lot of people don't even.
Off the Hook's one of my favorite songs.
When Twister comes in.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Yes, sir.
No, I that's if I had a question for Quick, it would be like, what happened with that? There's about 5, 6. You could release that as an EP nowadays because everything's so short now. You could have done that 5, 6. And there's Worldwide AM on that. Man, there's another song with AM. It's pop makes me.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Man, that Worldwide AM. Him and AM. I think they had a falling out at the time. Don't quote me. It's
I
like,
think they that's like DJ Quik and his boys have like the most toxic relationship. They're always either really cool or fighting, or there's dudes they're not getting along with, and he's like, "Fuck this dude," and then like the next album, like that dude's all over the album.
that's something I want to talk about too. In so many ways, we go into so many ways. He kind of we see that he put on a lot of his homies. He admits it that he's not where he's at because he always took everybody with him, and maybe that's why he's not mentioned with everybody else because everybody kind of did their own thing. He's like, no, I'm taking everybody with me. If they bring me down, they bring me down.
It's like the Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Bring all his homies.
Yeah,
up.
he's got 'em all.
That's what it reminded me of because I was listening to a lot of his music. I go, man, he got all his guys on there. It's
Second
like,
to None's always on albums.
Yeah.
High C's always on albums. AMG was like his guy, man. Like they were always together.
And so many ways. The intro we were talking about too. You gotta be some of the best motherfuckers ever fucking rap music. Because this album right here is on some cold shit. And 3.5 seconds, and I'm like skies in the frillet, much too hard to hold. I'm strong, I'm handsome, I'm black, plus I'm bold. This is one of the best Quick verses I think he's dropped in his whole discography. I love this song, man. This is the ultimate. It's one of the cuts of the album, but this reminds me of like what they were doing with Dre, The Chronic, and he's bringing everybody together. And he has something that everybody's style fits it in a weird way.
And always the guitar licks, dude. Like you hear that in every beat. And I love that he brings so many different instruments into.
I was gonna say he does more instruments and let me auto tune this or let me do this or that. It's all instrument.
Yeah, there's horns and pianos and there's always guitars. He's always got so many instruments going in his music.
And he says some cool, like I feel like as MC too, man. This album, he's having fun, but if it don't make dollars suck, the poem because either you're pimping this game or you're just hoeing. Now get up on the mind. I'm the bomb dropping here on your homeboys. It's spraying like napalm. And I got more styles than then your car got miles. Those are something that I remember coming up. We used to always say we had no idea what we were talking about. But we used to always say I got more styles, and the car got miles, and more styles, and the hotel got towels. That reminds me of a line that Jay used to always say. Jay says that all the time. Like, no, it's a beautiful that verse, man. It's very memorable in my opinion.
Yeah, very underrated. Like Gil said, as a rapper, but I think it's just because I think the production always overshadows everything because he's got that production style that everybody fucking knows, and especially on the West Coast. And like you hear those slaps, and everybody knows it's a DJ Quik beat. So I think that does. Two, like you said, he's always got his boys on there, so there's always a lot of voices on the shit. But I just don't think he really cares if people like his fucking rap style. I think he's just flowing to say shit that he likes and he knows his fans are gonna like, and it's not like he's not doing it for fucking the source to rate his rhymes and shit like that.
Definitely, he's not doing really radio music. I mean,
Nope.
he has a couple, but for the most part, he's doing what he wants
Yeah.
to do. But
Yep.
he's at that point, or he's been at that point for a long time that I think he's able to do that. Other people, I think, would be more cautious, but
Yeah.
he just does what he does, and if you like it, you do, and if you don't, it is what it
It's
is.
his lane, man. And he's just gonna stay in it, and he likes it.
And he has second to none on this album too. We have Gangsta D and KK who just kill those second. And me and Gil, we talk about this all the time. This isn't the land now that we live in, where it's 2 minutes of song and we get a verse and a hook and a verse and we out. This right here has 4 verses and second to none comes in. The KK and Gangsta D come in, and then we have Peter Guns, which another memorable verse on that one.
Not all the collabos he does are nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it just the way they blend in. Yeah, there's nothing on this album that you look and go, oh man, they shouldn't have put that on there. No, if it's perfect.
And then you think too, like, I see Peter Guns and like, fuck, he did a song with Shaq and Peter Guns.
Yeah.
Like, he threw Peter Guns on a Shaq song, produced it, and it was fucking tight. I mean, he made Shaq sound good.
Yeah,
No, for sure, man.
on his one only good one.
Yeah, it was Quick that did that shit for him.
And the hook, man, it's so simple, but so many ways. And there's like, man, I always wish we could hear it, but there's like little samples, like a thun 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 thun, and it's kind of like a game like beat too. Like he always uses little game like samples in his music. That's kind of like distinguish his sound, in my opinion, his production. You can hear those little odes in there, and
In one of my notes here, I call it the whomp. There's like a whomp whomp that he does in a lot of his songs, and I don't even know what to call it, but it's just this sound that you can hear, and he makes these little piano tings and stuff like that.
Well, if you look, like I follow him on Instagram, and he always has a lot of old school music, and it's not he doesn't stick to one genre. I mean, he listens to good music.
Yeah.
That's all. But I think that's why he produces and he makes such good music.
and
Because he has such an open mind.
he's a student. You could tell he's always the stuff he has a student of the game. That Parliament stuff, man, is just it's apparent here too. It's all over. I like with the so many ways too at the end that dun, 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 it's like that one instrumental that slides in hand. Like how the transitions in the next song is.
He's a musical mind, man. It is, he sees shit differently than the rest of us as far as how that, that blend and stuff. Well, you probably see it a little bit as a DJ, but like in his head, he already has that fucking going. Like, all right, I'm gonna flow it into this song, and this is how I'm gonna do it.
And next one we have Hand in Hand, another favorite, and back to back, like back to back bangers on this thing, dude. It was back to back. Aldebar's is second to none on this one too. And did you guys notice? And again, this is something you guys witnessed real time when Aldebar's kind of came into the picture with Quick and had this impact on his music because Aldebar is all over this album too. Like, do you guys remember when you guys heard like, oh fuck, man, he has Aldebar's on this thing because he was a star at this time.
He had like the whole DeBarge family is like all over most of his albums. Dude. There's one of the DeBarge brothers on damn near every album. Like, I don't know what the connection is to the family, but Aldebar's voice and his style just fits perfect with Quick's like West Coast pimp shit.
They got that smooth. It's that smooth little. It's not deep. You know, it just the way they sing is his style of rap. I mean, it blends right in with it.
And if you listen now, you're like, I mean, how many DeBarge songs have been sampled in some fucking hip hop classics?
Yeah.
Pac, Biggie, everybody, used them. And then DJ Quik said, I'm just gonna go out and get the real thing. You guys can go ahead and sample them. I'm just gonna get the real thing here.
They always say game recognized game.
Yeah, there you
You
go.
know.
Yeah.
And it's like, and another thing too, talk about Pac and Biggie. This is '98. Pac and Biggie, they're gone, and this lane too that everybody's trying to fill. It's like Quick didn't really. You don't even hear it. I think you hear it in he pays homage to him on one of the songs, but he's kind of just doing his own thing. I don't think he's trying to go like we noticed the last couple albums. Everybody's trying to fill this void. Common was trying to fill the void with Jay. Biggie's trying to just bring up the East Coast back up. Kanye and is trying to get that him and 50 are going for like they want their debut to be the best. Quick's kind of like, dude, this is my own lane. I'm in my own little world, and it's like I know these guys are gone, but I'm still gonna do this shit that I've always done, and it's refreshing. And it's not like a lot of albums changed after that. I feel like in that area of time because everybody's trying to, man, this beef thing's real, and like we're trying to we're trying to, do what Pac and Biggie did. Like, no, bro, I'm in my own lane. He's the prince of hip hop because he's just continued to do his own sound, and it's really refreshing. You hear that on Hand in Hand now. It's again not a lyrical miracle, but he's having fun with it, man.
He's never trying to win a fucking a rap battle. He's trying to be the life of the party though.
Yeah,
Set the
definitely,
soundtrack for that.
definitely.
And just the reference to watching Jordan go for 40 in a sucker tub, eating Cheetos, drinking Mo, getting a back scrub. Because first you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the pussy. Don't be no dummy. And then Elder Bars comes in like, man, that's just.
Man, I wish I could hit the high notes like Elder
Yeah.
I try to do it in the car. I try, but it never gets there, man.
It's the ultimate two-step, too. It's the boogie music that we love, man. And you could play Hand in Hand right now. And I could have played that shit last night, and people would have been like, they still would have moved.
You drop that beat, dude, and the elbows go up.
Oh, my
And
God,
all the
man.
old heads get to two-stepping out there.
Mm-hmm. Because sometimes I feel like a nut. Like he's the stuff he throws in, man.
The commercial reference right there. Yeah. Candy bar.
It's very clever, dude. Very, very clever. But yeah, Al DeBarge, man, comes in and kills it and just puts a stamp on it. I love it. Second to None too. Another underrated group. I feel like we could probably throw that on a bonus feature of some Second to None songs. They really have a big impact on this song and this whole album as well.
I'm sure, Gil, you remember the first album, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's Let the Rhythm Take 'Em. There were so many, and Quik just gave them like some of the best beats he had and just let them go for it on there. That was one of my favorite albums growing up, man. Junior high, that was our party album in junior high. That was,
But I think that's what we talked about earlier. I think that's why Quick has them, get them a little more exposure. Kind of. I mean, he ain't losing anything with them being on it.
No,
I mean,
not
because
at all.
they're adding,
Yeah.
together the collabo. It adds to it. So and I'm sure he's fine with the money he makes. And because he controls what he does.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not like he's bringing on like shitty rappers to put on. He's
Yeah.
bringing on dudes with talent.
Yeah.
He just happened to be his voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, 100%. And this is kind of, it's a little bit more loose than 2001 was so. This is the style we're going for. I feel like it was so perfect, as in like it was overly produced in a weird way. This sounds more not raw as in the sound, but more like, hey, we have this rhythm, we got something going. We're just get in the booth and let's knock it out. And I know we have something really special here. And it's more, how do I say, it's more live. The 2001s is more sequence, more sonically sound. It's like more structured. You know what I mean?
Well, he's in the intro. He says, "Welcome to the world of rhythmalism." Like he's telling you, this whole album is going to be about just the rhythm and the feel. It's not going to be about, can I out rap so and so, or can I drop bars and make you rewind it? It's like, here's the rhythm, fucking feel it, let's go.
And all the songs are basically that way. Like
Yeah.
you said, it's just, it's. I don't want to say mellow, more like a jazz almost.
No, yeah, and that's what I get a jazzy feel from a lot of his music.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, it's definitely a jazzy feel. Next song we have one of my favorites, man. Down, Down, Down. Since I was a kid, I've loved this song, and now that I listen to it, damn, I should not be listen to this shit, dude. All up in her beaver, giving her love fever for hours at a time before I take a breather. I'm like, oh man, I didn't realize what I was listening to.
There's times where I feel I'm still not old enough to listen to what fucking Sugar Free says. There are times I'm like, damn, I don't even know if I should be listening to this.
And Quik comes, and then this beat too. It's just the way it's Man, I wish we could hear if we could really break it down. But it's just a smooth, but it's a hard hitting West Coast. It's a West Coast joint. And my name is Quik, and I've been moving fast. Like the way he comes out, and that's not really Quik's not a big, rapid speed guy. But we hear him a couple times experiment with his flow and delivery,
And I like that he came in with a really low tone. My name is Quik, and I'll be going fast like a race car. It wasn't like that super hype party stuff. It was just like real kind of monotone, but it worked over this beat.
Not that just shows his versatility, though.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
he can make himself sound the way he wants and the way it blends in perfect with the music.
and then because I rock in stereo and mono, hot like Ghana, Ria, like the way he has. Quick has intricate shit in all his music. He has stuff too, but you have to listen to it and watch him. Like, damn, that's what he meant. Like, oh, he's clever with the words, man.
And what's funny about him is like he's intricate with the rhymes, but he's rhyming about fucking STDs. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be about like this mind blowing, fucking life changing shit. He's like, I'm gonna flip a crazy rhyme about fucking STDs. That's wild.
And I go deeper than the deep blue seas, baby. Can you play the flute on me? Like Yeah, this is kind of like, we talk about Devin the Dude on Fuck You, and that's kind of the same. Like, man, he's just being a pimp. He's macking. It's macking on wax.
Quick has never denied his love for the ladies, man.
Mhm.
The chorus, it's give us love, and they're talking, they want to be with the ladies, and AMG is, man, I can't. How do I describe AMG? He's one of the guys who loves the ladies as well. He's not a clean rapper by any means, but he has that voice. And one of the guys I don't think people talk enough about. I'm not gonna say the word underrated because everything's fucking underrated nowadays. But AMG is one of those rappers too. I feel like that really not talked about, but he has some dope verses, man.
No, he always blend. Him and Quick have always been good. Just like
Yeah.
him, Quick, and Sugar Free. I mean, you put them on a song and it's a hit.
Yep.
All their flows are different, but they blend so well.
Yep. And I think too, they just the shit that they, especially Sugar Free and AMG, the shit that they like to rap about is never going to get much mainstream play. So I don't know if they're ever really going to get the full credit they deserve because they're never, they're not going to be talked about in mainstream radio or magazines or whatever. Just because, they're talking about wild pimp shit. And
Yeah, man. No, and I like AMG, man. He has a couple lines there, but I just love because the Sugar Free, Mossberg, Quick, and the AM definitely knows how to play him because we went from demos to limos to luxuries to models from Milan on their knees. Like he's spitting on this shit, bro. Love it, and one of my favorites ever. And it's a shame that he only had so much time here. Mossberg comes in, dude, just straight annihilates this.
Mossberg was going to be like the succession to Quick. Like that was the dude he was going to put on, and that was the dude that was going to blow up.
Yeah, I think that was kind of like not the plan B, but I done what I could do with the flows. Let me go to this guy, and he could flow it, I could produce it.
Talent, and that was going to be like he was going to be Quick was going to be Dre, and Mossberg was going to be a Snoop. You know what I mean? I really think that. I never talked to him about it, plan and shit, but that's how I always saw it. He didn't ask for my advice, but
No, it's just and the way Mossberg flows, and I know we're saying that everybody's better when they're gone and shit, right? I don't know if they got the flowers when he was alive, but I've always loved what Mossberg did on this album, man. It's he's raw as he could tell. He's so raw, and we never get to see him. It's not even that Biggie raw, ready to die, because we got to see the evolution of it. We only seen glimpses of it. He only had one album. That one album was kind of butchered anyway because it was all no one knew where the hell this shit's at. Johnny Burns, man, he kills it. Love what he does, and we do our thing because our whole clique fly, and it's a party anthem, dude. Verse 4, Sugar Free comes in. This is fresh off the street gospel. He's a star at this time, man. So I have the star at the end. I felt like that was a perfect ending to this song.
yeah, it's Sugar Free always brings that like fun vibe to a song where you're almost gonna laugh at how wild the shit he says, But that's who he really is. Like if you read everything about him or see stories like that's who the dude is. Like he's a legit pimp dude.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
well, the flow he has too. You can see it when he raps, just the way he carries himself and his flow and his confidence.
Yes.
He's very confident, and you could see it, and and everything's so clear and precise. It's like, oh, okay. It's funny. The older you get, the funnier it sounds. It's like, damn, this fool is, they got the video of him walking. I think he's going to a concert, and he goes, all right, I'm here to take your bitch tonight. And it's like, and he was serious. He's taking somebody's bitch that night.
Absolutely. And like he raps so like his style is so kind of fast and slow and stop and go. Like there's times where you got to really rewind to hear. Like, did he say that? And you rewind. Shit, he said this. Like, sometimes it's tough to catch, but it's fun, man. He's just a fun dude.
You're listening to music, just kind of going with it. Go, whoa, what was that? What was that? Like exactly what you said. Let me rewind that. Hear that again.
Like he's the dude. Like if you're at a barbecue and he shows up, everybody turns. Like, oh shit, it's about to get fun in here.
Yeah.
He said some stuff. If your bitch stands outside, she outstanding. I was like, what? And he has a line here too, man. Like, rather slide down a slide of razor blades into a pool of pimp ass piss, but this hoe had the audacity to ask for $1, even though that's all I had left. These greedy ass hoes of 50 cents here ass to death. Like he's spending. And I love like catastrophe. Like the way he was flipping, it's kind of like he's in his own world, dude. Reminds me of like Mystical in a weird way. Because Mystical is really like he bounces off the wall. Like he really has like some. It's not like a set flow with him. He's doing his own thing, and he makes it's very unique. Another song that I love. I'm sure you guys loved it when it first came out. What did you guys remember when "Use a Gangster" came out? Was the first single, and it has a lot of radio play.
Was it really the first single? Okay, I always thought Hand in Hand was, but
Yeah.
yeah, um, it was a lot of more like electro sounds in it, which was really cool. Like you guys said, like he always just takes from different sounds, different styles, and just makes it his. I thought that was cool. Like he's never gonna, like I've said it already, he's never gonna win like a rap battle, but he's always gonna bring a tight rhyme to whatever he's rhyming about. Um, and he's just talking about, it's kind of coming out of that gangster life,
Yeah, he's growing up.
Growing up.
I mean, when they're young, it seems like when gangsters are young, never been one. I know a few though. Yeah, I know a few.
Well, I think we all know a couple.
Yeah, but it's like you think about it because he straight out says, MC8, we can do a record,
Yeah.
and it's like, all right, now we're just thinking about, all right, it's time to just live life and enjoy life, and trying to squash stuff so they could, he don't want no trouble.
This is and again, that's kind of like what I was mentioning about the Pac and Big thing. They see this shit's really real. Motherfuckers are dying. Like maybe I should squash with MCA, even though he.
Well, and the stories have always been that Quick was around that whole situation. So
Yeah.
it wasn't just like, oh, he saw like in the news and shit, like from, I don't know all the details, but he was around there.
And he says too, he was accused of having a part of this shit. Like, bro, why would I? Even to this day, like if you listen to that, now we talk about Gene Dale now. He's a big thing on the internet. Puffy's bodyguard. He's like, yo, I seen Quick there that night saying they got him. Like, I don't know what the hell that's all speculation, but it's like he was there in some capacity and he witnessed history. Because shit, dude, who would have thought this would have been the last day for Big?
Right. Well, it was after like an award show, right?
Yeah.
So there was a party in
Yeah,
LA
was
and
big.
DJ Quick was there. Shocker. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Dude, there's another. I wasn't there, of course. I was fucking right here chilling on 417 Wilma Street. There's a lot of there was a lot of things going on at that spot too. Not just with Big's murder. That was like the tip top of it, but there was a lot of West Coast animosity going on at that time too. There was another story there were people having beef that night, and it's just this wasn't the only thing that got that place shut down. Biggie was just a casualty of the circumstances. There was a lot of stuff going on at that. It sounded like it was real hot. Again, I wasn't there.
That we're going down another rabbit hole.
Yeah, definitely.
It's all the BS. I mean, you look at it and it's like, man, all these MCs got taken from us, and for whatever reason.
I think you get a lot of young people, get money involved, you get jealousy involved, you get people who are not happy because so and so is getting notoriety, and when you're immature, man, it takes it down a whole different path. It's no longer like now. These kids just hate each other on fucking Instagram and shit. It's not like it was, but back then it was like, I'm gonna go take your shit.
And we have to, and we were just talking about so Big. Motherfucker was 22 years old, dropping this and going into this world, and who knows how to handle that? Like I don't know if we were doing this, and how would we handle it as grown men with things to lose? It's like if we get in this lifestyle, we're moving so fast. I can imagine how they feel and just immature, not having any guidance, and thinking everybody's kind of out to get them. I can't imagine it, dude.
I think that's the biggest thing. 22-year-olds are youngsters. Yeah. They don't understand it, and they don't have the right people around them to tell them, hey, this ain't a good idea. When you see everything that happened that night at the party, and you talk about Biggie, a lot of his friends were like, what were you doing in L.A.? Why were you there? Yeah. You had no business over there. And he's trying to make money. We got to promote this, promote that. But it's like, I don't know. I would have waited a little while to promote something that kind of let everything mellow down, because
I didn't even know, and Mace confirmed this too. I didn't even know Mace got ran down a couple days before at the mall, and they had this full hold up in the hotel room. Like, I'm not coming out till we get our flight. Like, they scared the shit out of Mace, and you can see why he kind of, again, we're going down this rabbit hole, but we see why this West Coast stuff ain't no joke. And Quick is, he's kind of telling us that it's time to grow up in this one.
But you've talked about in the past how you had dudes like older dudes like me and Gil who weren't afraid to check you and tell you when you were fucking up. Mm-hmm. These guys don't have that, man. Like, think of, I'm sure Gil yelled at your ass when you were fucking up. Oh, yeah. And it made an impact. Oh, yeah. And if you didn't have that in your life, like, what road would you have gone down? Yeah. So, if these guys don't have that and you don't have somebody who's really willing to fucking be honest with you because they care about you and tell you what you don't necessarily want to hear. Mm-hmm. If you don't have that, man, and you got a lot of money to fucking roll around with,
you have everything. It's like everything at your disposal, And we see that minute levels. Imagine that level too. Like again, all these guys are so young at this time. It's '98, and it's like, man, it's a hell of a time for them.
But I think getting back to Quick, I think that's why he's never had that issue because he's always, I think, being his own person, kind of handling it. Then he got to the point where like, okay, I'm good. I need to do this. You know, we need to go in a different direction, and his music kind of goes with that flow.
Yeah.
And this was one of the ones that were, you know, say, okay, I'm good now. Now let's just live life. Let's have fun, and that's what this album was about.
It's like the music reflects his personality.
Exactly.
And it's like the beat on here, that no 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 no, like that game like sound. It's very very distinctive on this one. And the story is saying, man, like he's I'm giving my car before 20,000 miles to my sis. He's always been really giving to his people, and we've heard him say some crazy shit about his sister in his later albums. Like he just kind of where's that? Mm-hmm. Um, and there's a difference between being a Doug and being down now. And it's like AMG comes in on that hook too, man. Beautiful hook, dude. Uh, he's I'm not a gangster. I'm just kind of I'm trying to get my boogie on, um, and this is kind of coming from the guy who, and we talked about this too. Like Crick was one of the first guys back in the day, and like if you hear it now, he's banging on wax. Like he's putting. This is before like these kids now think like, oh yeah, no, this is he was really out here doing the first of its kind.
And I think that was the thing too with like the beef with MC8. Like they were both like legit banging on each other. They were both part of rival gangs, and they were, it was legit beef like that. And then they saw what could happen when two dudes who aren't even really part of gangs beefing with each other, and like, shit, maybe we just need to enjoy our lives that we're making for ourselves.
And he talks about MC in verse two. It's like the MC8 verse two. Like I try to, we were beefing. Like he approached me. He wanted to get down. It's like, dude, do we really need to do this? Because someone died that night. I guess it sounds like at the club El Rey. He's like, I don't want anything. I'm not about this. And it's time to grow up. And someone don't realize the power of lyrics. When we talk about death, you rap, you're talking to spirits. You can say things that can help us all ball. You can say things that make us bad for us all. Like he's just really like I said, he's growing up and he just wants to just do his thing.
We can all relate. I think we've all been with people who went down a bad path and we could have gone with them, or chose to stay where we're at.
And man, you left out the G because the G ain't in you. I would have squashed you by then, dude. I would have waited for no
greatest disses in hip hop history, right there.
Dude. So we go from Use a Gangsta, and I used to know her. When I was younger, I didn't really care, but now as a grown man, it's like, no, this is the sample he uses to flip this. Beautiful, dude. Straight DJ stuff.
I've always liked he uses the talk box. He brought the Roger Troutman talk box back, and he's kind of kept that alive for a long time, man, because he still uses it to this day.
And even in so many ways, he's using the talk box a lot in this album too. And we overshadowed that a little bit, but no, I used to know her as one of those songs for real.
I always thought it was like his version of Too Short Freaky Tales. Just telling about shit that he did growing up. And
1991, I was rocking my Jericho, just a young gun. And the way he's spitting and using the samples
that song's funny. It's funny. The beat's good, but you listen to it, just start laughing.
That's what I'm talking about. I said, that's what I'm talking about. They're messing with the same girl, didn't know it.
Because at one point in life, I'm sure you ran into friends, and that happened. It's like, so you just start like, oh damn.
Yeah.
Shoot that milkshake. Shoot that milkshake. I don't want to get sprung. Take out the pussy. But another time he ran home to tell him top about this cock. Like, which one stop? Like, yeah, to know they're essentially smashing the same chick.
Yeah, all of them. Through the whole thing.
And it's funny because we've talked in the past, dude, about how like kind of sex pussy rap kind of gets old after a while. This is a whole album of it that doesn't get old for some reason. Like it's funny. But it's not like bragging though. It's no funny story.
They're talking about it, but it's not like it's almost like it's not vulgar.
Yeah,
no, they're
creative.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's funny. It's just like because you could see. I mean, they're painting a picture, and you could see it. Go, yeah, I can see girls acting out. Yeah. Definitely. I can see it. And then just start loud. Oh, yeah, that has happened before.
Yeah, it's not always bragging about what they're doing. Like he's talking about busting too early.
Yeah. It's like, and there was a point with Biggie had last album. He's fucking smashing. We hear this man smashing. Yeah. And then with Pause for Porno in 2001, there's a difference in vulgar and like having stories. And this is guy talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, and AMG comes in too. Like, now here's the plan. I'm home with a one night stand. really just talking about taking this bitch down. And it's you know what I noticed too, the DIC. They never put this is some LA shit. They never put that CK. Even with Quick is QUIK. They don't put the CK because they know it's crazy how those politics work in all their music, and it's I've noticed that real fast too. Yeah, AMG is just really
Is
man.
that the one where he sees Quick's name on her booty?
Yeah, yeah. And I see I been it over for her to do my duty. I see my Quick name on the booty. I used to know
Oh,
I
dude,
was rolling. Yeah, I was like,
that's funny.
because he didn't say he stopped. He just said he seen Quick's name on her booty.
I had something to read while he's back there.
And yeah, but him and AMG go back and forth in that third verse too, man. It's like it's very, very. I love it. I really enjoy
This
it.
was like the West Coast version of Cuban Links, dude. It was the two of them on damn near every song. There was,
Definitely, and that's another thing. I wish again if I could ask about the Midnight Life album, like you and AMG have always had that chemistry, and that's hard to find, man. And make it memorable. We're talking about this album almost 20 years, 30 years later. It's been 28
Okay,
years, no, 20,
what year did we go to his concert in Anaheim?
man, 2004.
So, and he had AMG there, but J Rock was there.
Kendrick was the hype man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. This is when Lift Me Up. This is when Quick and AMG were in J Rock's video in the beginning. This is when J Rock was. Yeah, man. I remember I got this spray painted shirt, and shout out to Rizzo. Rizzo spray painted shirt for me, and that's when Trauma was coming out. That's when Can You Work With That came out, and
Oh yeah,
Quick had that
that was
crazy
that was
voice.
that was a Midnight Life. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's when we thought like, oh man, this is gonna drop it.
he was using kind of those like kind of Indian strings and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
that was dope.
And that's when because I remember we had the ringtone. That's when Interscope, and that's when. But that's kind of now that I'm looking back on it, we see it. Interscope was doing the whole single run. Like now we have singles and ringtones,
Yeah.
and that's what they did, man. It wasn't.
That's what everybody was doing to make
That's
it.
what it was so crazy. No, I remember that, dude. That's when he had the live band.
That was one of the baddest concerts I ever been to.
God,
I mean,
so much fun.
it was rough because we had to stand up for what 3.5 hours, something like that. And at the end,
Observatory?
no, we were
House?
at House of
House
Blues.
of Blues in
House
Anaheim.
of Blues at downtown Disney, actually.
This is what, yeah.
Just quick little I got engaged at that spot.
No
Oh, did you?
shit. Oh yeah, look at that,
Merch
dude.
concert.
Oh damn. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
At the house. It doesn't exist anymore, man. It's like a bowling alley now.
Yeah. They closed down.
And that's when you had the live band and shit.
Yeah.
I love that. Dude.
We talked about the instrumentation. Like, there's not a whole lot of hip hop artists that could do shit over a
And
full live band. And
It was just like him and AMG. Once they got on stage, it was just hit after hit after hit after hit, and it was crazy because it was like, all right, yeah. He goes, hey, you want to go? Yeah, let's go, fuck it.
And it's sad that like I said, the Midnight Life is such a great album. Those 9 songs we have, I know we all listen to them still like that. Smoke Too Much is still like that's my shit, and it's so good. And there's another one too, man. Off the Hook. Like we just reiterated it, but there's some those cuts are special, man. It's
I'm trying to think of the line on Off the Hook. It's a funny shit when he said it. What, dressed like a desperado? Let me hit the pescado. When I heard that, I go, what the fuck is he saying? I rewound it back. And then that's the one I'd be like, oh, man, did you hear New Quick? What? Yeah, because he sent it, so I had it saved. And I'd play it, and I go, this is the one, though. And then we get to that part, I go, pay attention. I go, get ready, pay attention. And everybody just starts laughing. I go, the way like earlier you were talking about the one he's talking about being in the Beaver.
Yeah.
He uses, the vocabulary he has to use it on every song to be able to find something to mix in there is hilarious.
you could tell he's a comedian though. He's clever, he's witty, and that's kind of this whole album is a witty album, dude. Like I said, it doesn't sound like they're talking about smashing all day and just having hoes around. They have an intricate way of making it clever and funny and relatable to everything. Next song we have man. This always grew on me as I get older, no doubt.
I put that on my notes. Like, it grew on me.
Yeah,
as I
it grew
went.
on me
Yeah.
for sure, man. I'm the Q to the U to the I to the K, okay? Yeah, I play my way, that's the flyway. And then I'm older than motherfucker, but they still ask me for my ID. And like this, one of my favorite verses from him too, man. So another thing about Quick, we need to talk about his voice.
Yeah.
He has that. It's up there with Easy, Snoop, the West Coast mold. His voice is really
Very unique, very like laid back. He's not, he's not gonna be over loud. He's not punching you with his lyrics.
it even in the intro, he does kind of get that was different too. Like this, welcome to Rhythm-al-ism. Like that was different. Like oh, I forgot he did that. Like, but he's smooth, man. The voice is very you want to listen to his words, and you have to. That's what kind of makes you want to listen to what he's saying too. Like he has the octave on these songs. It's really it stands out, no doubt. What he's saying right here.
Most of the time, I listen to albums in the car, but to get ready for this, I listen to the headphones, and you hear just like the detail, like the low bass line in the song, like you can hear it just thumping. It's such good production, man.
Hold on 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen. I got somebody at my door, and I hope it's not my wife because I am recording, but it might be my wife, and I might have to go get
She
it.
doesn't know we're here. Damn.
Well, could I hide?
Hold on. Still here. Let me see who this is. Who this be? I don't know.
Ernie getting caught like a CEO at a Coldplay concert right now.
No one's there. So no, again, no doubt, man. I got something for your mouth, no doubt. Like, oh my god, it's such a great song, dude.
Just slap the
Yeah,
hard. Max his hand clapped.
and we were talking about the contribution that Quick had on his production. With my standouts are "Addictive," "Put It on Me," "In the Club," "If I Can't." You see now, and with no doubt, you hear that unique clap, and it's I can think about. I thought about that day, like, damn, this is what he was talking about on Dream Champs. That done, that the way that the no. That's why I think it grew on me so much because I'm a clap guy. That snare on there, dude, it's beautiful. And Player Ham too, man. Different, unique voice from the low bottoms to this guy that got him open. Yeah, on the skirl they blowing like it's chronic, high hoping. Like Player Ham, not I'm like, and I'll admit I'm not the biggest Player Ham fan because I haven't got a lot of him unless it's a DJ Quick album. Love his voice on here, dude.
I'm trying to remember the single, but Penthouse Players Click was the group he was in, and they put out an album when I was in junior high, and there was one particular song that's escaping me right now, man. But me and my boys listened to that shit over and over again, man. No, it was.
Keep running the podcast.
Oh man, you get the behind the scenes. This is how the sausage is made.
This is how it's made.
Look at this guy. He didn't throw out the trash, guys, so he's about to get yelled at right now.
Now we're gonna get kicked out.
Man. So, what's your favorite Quick album?
This one.
This one, yeah,
This
mine
one.
too. Mine too,
Yeah.
man.
It's actually to be honest, it's actually when he told me about it, I go the only thing that comes close to this, in my opinion, is Ice Cube's Lethal Injection because it has a bunch of bangers on it.
Yes.
And I go, it's one of those ones that they're both kind of. I mean, Cube was around a little longer, but he just had hit after hit, and I go, those were the two that I used to listen to a lot because they both had. It was just every song was like I said, you're not skipping. Yep. And this is one of those ones. I mean, there's other MCs that they have. They have some nice songs, but to have the whole album, no, this one, to me, this one's up there. For me, it's the top.
I've always told this guy, like, if I had to do, like,
Is that you? It is him. Dude, it was Jill. I was like, man, I'm over here tripping, ladies and gentlemen.
he was like Biggie on the one. He's like, who the fuck is this?
Well, she's all just laid out. Like, damn, what's that noise?
It was. I forgot.
I was tripping, bro. I was tripping.
My bad.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
No, but he was asking me if this was my favorite. One of my favorites. I go, it actually is. To me, my top two. I mean, I love Pac, love Biggie, but my top two albums ever are this one and Lethal Injection from Ice Cube. Mm-hmm. I mean, and I kind of leave Pac and Biggie in another level. Yeah, for sure. But after them two, it's those two CDs are,
You always play the, if you're stuck on a desert island, this is always one of the albums I bring.
Yeah,
always.
yeah.
I remember when I heard it at Gil's house, dude, because Gil had a healthy amount of CDs at the time. And that's when you started giving me DJ Quik. I was like, I need this Rhythm-al-ism. I need it. Let me have it. And I was so young. Listen, dude, but I'm kind of glad I was so young because I'm like, this is kind of game. I knew it was game, and it was just kind of like, oh man, I want to live this hip hop life. I was really listening to what the hell this shit was, and maybe I wasn't treating people the right way because of the shit that I'm hearing on this. But I remember telling my friends, like, bro, this shit is really, really, you guys got to listen to this stuff. We were a big Sugar Free fan. This is like when Street Gospel, I got Street Gospel from you too. And Street Gospel is just a whole nother Sugar Free and Quick on the boards, Sugar Free on the mic. Such a special tandem. And this is that time, dude. This is why I was starting to branch out a little bit. It wasn't just Pac and Biggie and Ice Cube and Dr. Dre anymore. It was everything else around that. And
No, what was funny about West Coast music, like my son was, or little Gil, he was in, I think it was Virginia at the time, because he kind of did a thing with some friends and they kind of took off and he kind of stayed in Virginia. And he, he's a big hip hop person. He tries to rap or he's rapping himself, got some music out there.
Nice.
And he said he'd, wherever he was working, he'd play it and they'd hear it. And when it came to Quick and E40, like, who's that?
Yeah.
And he's like, "What do you mean? You don't know who this is?"
Yeah.
And then he plays it for him, like, "Oh, damn, that's that's nice, that's badass." He goes, "How do you guys not know about these guys?" Because everybody's always, I don't want to say commercial, but the ones that kind of went over, like Cube, Dre, Snoop, everybody knows them,
Yeah.
but they don't know. I mean, it's kind of like the essence of hip hop. The guys that are still here. I mean, to me, Quick is that because he always stays true to his form. And it's I don't know. It's one of those things. It's disappointing that he's not more well known because his music, there's some good shit. I mean, compared to what's out there, and I'm including even the old school guys. Some of their stuff, their new stuff, really. I mean, it's all right.
Right.
It's all right, but his stuff always, he does it for himself. So that's why it always comes out as good as it does.
Yeah, it's like a different vibe where you never feel like he's making an album to make money. He's never making an album for critical reviews and for people to say, "Oh man, he did this." He's making it because this is shit he enjoys. Like he loves making music apparently because he just continues to make music that never on the radio, never fucking no videos. Nobody's talking about it on radio shows and podcasts and shit, but he still keeps banging out.
And
Beautiful music.
And he doesn't do it for just himself. Like you said, he has so many collabos with other people that people don't even realize that that's him. Whether it's the lyrics, whether it's the beat, or the production, or a little bit of everything. And he's just having fun. Just give him a drink, and and a little smoke, and
Yeah, we're making classic music.
And make sure there's a girl at the end of the show.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. One of the most experimental hip hop songs I ever felt like been done. Speed. Uh, I don't know how many people get away with this now. Speed's one of those songs like it's different. It's very the beat is very experimental, dude. Again, I wish we had the capability to listen to it live, but Speed is kind of it took me a while I never got it until I got older. Like, oh, fuck, this is the one.
I enjoyed the song, but it always just seemed kind of out of place on this album because everything was so party, up tempo beats, and then this drop, and it wasn't. Don't get me wrong, not a bad song, not a skip or anything like that, but I was like, whoa, it came out of nowhere, and then it jumps right back into another party. But no, he's never been afraid to take chances. What was it? Truth Hurts that he did when he had the engine, the Centaur, and all that stuff, and it was like people were like, "Whoa, what the hell is this?" And then it became a thing that everybody was doing,
and
he wasn't afraid to take that chance.
And it's something you can still play to this day, and everybody they gotta get up. And once Truth Hurts, that voice comes out, it's hypnotizing in a weird way. Like it just is.
Always been a risk taker.
And you could tell, man, if this is a 124 BPM, like it says 124 beats per minute, I rock well. This is this is kind of like what reminds me now that I think about BPMs as a DJ, not a big DJ, but I'm decent. That 124 octave or that 120
residencies now. And he's
come out to Casas Veras, man. We are grinding.
See how I set you up right there? I put that shit on the T for you right there.
I appreciate you.
Old school coach shit right there.
That 124 BPM is that freestyle music. That when I hear music, Lookout Weekend, that's that BPM. That's now if you think about, I can mix that in with this. That's kind of like this freestyle. It's like a freestyle hip hop style, very different. But AMG comes in and he killed, dude. AMG kills on this one, dude. You could tell. I love the production that's adjusting. Everybody's adjusting to the production, and it doesn't sound like they're struggling to do it. It's just fucking they're having fun doing it, and it's really nice, in my opinion.
I think that's why their flow's always good together. It seems like they are having a good time doing it. It doesn't seem like it's work.
Yeah. That's where, like, when we talked about 2001, and it was a very rigid, Dre made him do it 75 times in a row because he wanted that exact sound, where these dudes probably had a drink, jumped in the booth, and just had a good time with it. And no one better than the other, but it's just a different feeling in the music.
Another song, is it Whatever You Do? Yes. Yeah, another song that I love, man. I always love this one.
I in my this is one of my favorite productions ever in hip hop. From the very beginning, the saxophone, the flutes. I love this is
It's
my fucking
almost
song
the
right here.
jazz essence I
It's
was
just
saying.
it's
Yeah,
a jazz piece in hip hop, man. It just
because even the way he raps,
very
he's going with the
smooth.
flow. You know, yeah.
Just smooth, and he's talking that pimp shit, and he's dude. There's a line in here, and I laugh every time. Someone said, "I'm gonna penetrate you down to your doo doo spot," and I'm like, "This is fucking wild!" Like he went a whole crazy route, but this song is beautiful to me, man. This will always be my favorite track.
I think it's smooth. I've always thought this was smooth. When it's one of those, it's a pleasure anthem doing it. It's just something you can lay back and you can hang out and with your girl or whatever. And this is the one you listen to, man.
And El DeBarge has the ad libs on there. He's not even singing. He just does like some runs and stuff in it. Oh man, I love it. I love it. Beautiful.
Who we have?
And it's a long ass song. Like
It is. I was
every time I've ever played it, I always have to cut it because it's like it's like 6, 7 minutes.
Yeah,
Well,
All it is is rap.
he's telling this story. Telling a story how he's trying to get at somebody.
Right.
And it's it because you listen. It was like, all right, kind of, like you said, you listen to the beat, it's relaxing. Then you start listening to lyrics and start laughing, going, "Hey, this fool's all right."
He's spitting game.
Yeah, yeah.
He's spitting game. I always, in my head, it was always like he landed the chick in that last 7 minutes. He was just doing his thing.
Yeah,
We just
yeah.
all had to fucking wait for him to finish.
Did you know Smokey Robinson wrote some of this?
Did he
Oh,
really?
did
Yeah, according to this dev.
I wonder if it was part of one of the whatever they sampled.
Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe. Um, One of my favorites, man. Again, we're going back to back to back to back to back. This album could have stopped here, and it would have been still just as great. But thinking about you, man. God, man, this is. I did not find love till later on in my life, but this is a song I think about. Like this is, man. LL Cool J S. Does that make sense? Like I could, sit in my room thinking about you. Like it. Yeah, man. I love this is the old and it's again it's not the most appropriate song in the world, but no, it's
But he's never trying to he's never trying to be appropriate. Like
Yeah.
he's saying what's on his mind. Two, he's never trying to, like I said, win any
90
rap battles. Like he's gonna.
How old was Quick in '98?
I think he was born in '72. Let's find out right now.
So that puts him at.
So he was your
Oh, okay. So he's 28.
January 8th.
Oh,
So he's 28. So that's
Yeah,
for 20 years. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's probably 8. But
he's
see the way.
figuring out love and shit.
Not only that, the way he says it, he ain't coming off grimy like you were kind of saying earlier. He's coming off like it's smooth pimp style. He's the way he says it. If you really listen to it, it's like, oh damn. But you think about it, I mean, the way he says it, it should be good for radio play because some of the shit they put on the radio now is like, really?
Yeah, man, no. I think yeah, and these days, yeah, this could thinking about you could definitely be in this.
A lot of their music can if they're gonna play the shit they play now.
Oh, absolutely. And there was, he's done it a couple times, but I specifically remember a Second to None song. I can't remember the name. It was one of the filthiest songs I've ever heard, and they didn't cuss once.
Yeah.
It was wild, like, and you could tell like that was intentional. Like we're just gonna fucking make innuendos and we're gonna say all this shit, but they didn't cuss one time. Quick, absolutely capable of that too. Like
Yeah.
it's just part of their, it's part of the creativity.
And you could tell with this again, this is not the email era. This was everybody was in the lab and we're creating something. I don't know if they knew they were creating something special, but they had to know like, man, this is different from everything that's coming out. There is no album at this time period. This is when DMX dropped. This is the raw gutter era. This is like the shiny suit theory. This is Mace Harlem World time. Like this is not anything like any of those albums. And
it was different for the West Coast, like you said. There was that pocket where Snoop wasn't really doing anything. Dre was kind of off, doing his own thing, and so there was like this whole lane for somebody to fill. And he said it in the first line, like it's time for somebody to take over. So let's throw my hat in the game.
And they don't have any lyrics for the Eldebarge, interlude, which I like too. It's Eldebarge, dude. It's so smooth. Melody for the V. Snoop, and it's so nice to hear Nate on this shit, dude. Like, I love this. I love this cut so much, man.
You know me. I've said it. Anytime we talk about Nate, throw Nate on a song, it's gonna be a hit.
Yeah.
And this is like Nate on a we hear Black Mercedes and like stuff like that. We remember like this Nate on a P-Funk just kills it in my opinion. This is
Oh, that's why they say it ain't a hit until Nate Dogg spit.
Yep, absolutely. You know, and Snoop on a quick beat, like it's, you know,
Yeah.
that's West Coast hip hop royalty right there.
we need more of that. I've always been surprised. Like we're listening to I was listening to Corrupt and DJ Quick's Blackout album, which is very experimental at the end of the day. It's not with this, but I always wondered, like, dude, why not more of this Snoop Quick? It felt like it always went hand in hand. I could hear Snoop on some of these. I could hear Snoop on some of this. But Snoop comes in, and it's No Limit Snoop, and he's just doing Snoop. He's not doing anything different. It's just he's having fun with DJ Quick, and he's just spinning. But Snoop has that voice too, and he could talk about bitches all. That's his thing.
I don't know. You know, though, sometimes people that kind of crossed over, sometimes they're afraid to lose money. You know, because Quick ain't. You know, it's not. He's not losing anything. He's just doing his thing, and sometimes people are that cross over, like I said, and they're there. There are people go, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Management gets involved.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, I mean,
the A&Rs get involved.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's not, you know, it's not going to make enough, or, you know, it's no longer homies in the game. It's, hey man, you know, you want that feature, it's going to cost you this. And you know, so you're
things
right,
change.
man. People get to a certain point, and it's a different type of business.
Because Snoop was in the game only about 5 years in '98. Yeah. So you know, you got to think he's trying to get his name out there. And create more fans and more revenue.
Even after he had the biggest fucking debut album, which is crazy.
Yeah, but
because there was that hunger, man. Like they were still young. They still were, you know, there was so much great music at the time too. So much talent at that time. Like it didn't matter if you were on top. There was 10 dudes trying to take your spot all the time. Like you had to keep battling.
Sure. What was your notes on that one?
Oh, just one, like the. You know, it won't get no radio play, but we'll probably get some pussy for this. That's the whole fucking album in a nutshell right there. Yeah. That's the whole album in one line. Like, they don't care about radio play. That's, you know, we're going to have fun, pick a couple chicks, have a party. Like, that's that whole album in one line.
And it's 7 verses on this damn album. Everybody got it, man. No, Elder Bars comes, KK does it, the A's and D, second, like, Nate Dogg's verse on here was, I had to be reminded when I was running, like, oh yeah, this shit's smooth, man.
And I love that they switched up the beat when he sang. Yeah. Like it came in and they stripped it down and just let him fucking go. And you kind of let his voice be here.
Yeah, for sure. It's been a while since I heard that one, man.
I think it would come again for Quick. That's the way. I mean, he seems to always seem to push all the right buttons.
Yep. Yeah. Just some people hear it, have that ear, and some people don't. Like my daughter, she can sing. She's a great singer, man. Mm-hmm. And she hears shit that I'll never hear. She's like, you don't hear that? And I'm like, no, like, how do you hear that, you know? Yeah. And to her, it's just natural. And to me, it's like, you're on a whole nother world that I don't exist on. So, some people have it, some don't.
Definitely. And some people like ganja, man, Bomba too. And took me, when I used to indulge, never really cared for this type of Jamaican bud music. But now I'm older, this is experimental too, but I wonder what made him want to. Because I heard there's a Bomba one. I think it's in his earlier albums, but it's experimental. And I like it, man. It's ode to weed, and
he always had these weird little breaks in every one of his albums. There was the Quick's Groove. I don't know how many. He did like 6 of them. Quick's Groove. They're beautiful beats, but they're just kind of out of nowhere. It's like, all right, here's an interlude of me making some fucking shit that I like. Mm-hmm. So that's how I always took this one. It's not bad. Just I don't know what place it took in here, but if you want a smoke break, this is the perfect time.
Exactly. That's probably what happened. Yeah. Let's put this in.
Yeah.
Let's put
like,
something in.
He made a beat for them to smoke during their session. He was like, well, I'm just going to include it.
Yeah.
Never know.
And we go and get together again. AMG shines on this one. The beat, it's great way almost to end it. I know we ended. I guess this is the last official song. I know we have the melody at the end, but this is a great way to end it, man. Again, we have AMG talking about they don't stop till the coochies drop. What's nothing the hoochies? I know it's been around since you heard of us.
The barge is on that one too, right?
Yeah. I think the whole fucking crew is on this one. Like everybody.
Yeah, High C, Quick, High C. 8. There's a hook at the end. There's a hook at the end that's after the 8th verse. So it's like, which is again, we're kind of glad he's not doing this mainstream shit because there is a formula you have to have. You know, you're gonna have just 3 verses, 2 hooks, we'll go on to the next one. No, this is like Purple Rain's 8 minutes long. You know what I mean?
It's like
Bo-
6 minutes of him just playing guitar.
Bohemian Rhapsody's fucking 13 minutes long. This is him doing his thing, dude.
No Rapper's Delight, like 12 minutes.
Dude, and you can't. And it's even when that's why I don't play it a lot because how the fucking there's no spot you can break off. You know, everybody knows the whole song, and there is no man. You're gonna have to cut off at a verse at some point with Rapper's Delight. Same thing here, man. He's playing this out, and fuck what everybody says. I'm having fun. This I'm gonna stop when it feels like it needs to go, and that's how I feel like with this. It's one of those old school music. It's a music, man. There's no formula, two verses, three hooks. Like, no, we're just gonna ride it out, and we're doing what we feel.
But it's one of those songs too that doesn't seem like it's that long because you're flowing with it, you're going with it. It's not something that, man, this motherfucker ain't over yet.
Yeah,
You know, it's going. This is too long.
I rap
This
along
is-
to this whole song.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I was listening to it last night, and I was like, oh, "Shit, I still remember word for word." And I was
Yeah.
just rapping along to it. But he always had these posse cuts too. It was at the end of the first Second to None album. He had a song "Ends Trippin'," and it was all of them. And then he had, I think it was on "Way Too Funky." The last song was "Ends Still Trippin'," and it was all of his boys. So I mean, this is a staple in what he does. Like he's like, I'm putting everybody on, and we're all gonna do a posse cut. Like that's old school hip hop shit right there.
Yeah.
That's,
and this
Juice Crew type shit, but just with his own crew.
no, it's the P Funk, man. This album's one of my favorites, and I'm glad we talked about it today.
I just laugh, dude. Like hearing all those guys on the album, knowing damn well like half the time they don't get along anymore. Like you never know. Like I said, you never know who he's getting along with and who he's not anymore. So to have them all there to me, it felt like one last time, because everybody want to know where we've been, what we're doing. Do we still like each other, bitch? We motherfucking brothers. And then like the next album, Quik's probably talking shit about one of them. You know what I mean? So it's like family, man. Sometimes you're good, sometimes you're not, but you're always family.
Yeah.
And Quick says too, like on this quote on here, he was looking for at this time he was looking for music to call his own, which is a good mix of hip hop, R&B, and jazz. It's a gutter thing that happens when you add the drum machine because when our tracks are too pretty, they're boring. Rhythm-al-ism was a consumption of all my favorite musical styles and influences, and I wouldn't change a thing on this. It's my favorite record of my catalog, and it's one of my favorite albums too, man. And it's let's go real fast around. Let's go one song. What's your favorite cut on this album, Gil? There's a lot. I know, dude. It's hard. We got.
That was funny because it's hard to say.
It's hard. No, it's always hard to pick one, dog. It's always hard.
I mean, like we kind of talked about. It's not okay. This one's good. Go through a couple. Okay, this one's good.
Yeah.
It's that's why I say it's one of my favorite albums.
The way they sequence is really well, dude. It just goes right after another.
When you call me and go, hey, we want to talk about this, can you come in? And I was like, all right, and I listen to Pandora, and every now and then one of the songs come on. All right, cool. And I go, let me listen to the album, and I was working, and I put it on, and I think I was listening to it for 20 minutes. I thought, oh shit, I got to get to work. But I was like, I started vibing, it started making me think, and then I go, God damn, why haven't I been listening to this more?
Dude, when I told Gil about this, she's like, I'm listening to it right now. Like, no, you're right, dude. It's a good sequence, really fucking well, dude.
No, it's up there for me. It's one of the tops. Yeah. I mean, you can't. I don't. People could say, well, this one or that one. You know what? Bring it, and I bring it. The only reason this one somebody else might be picked maybe because it had more radio play. But if you listen to this, then you're going to see the diversity, and it's just the whole thing is smooth. There's not, like I said, you're not going to skip a track. Yeah, you're going to listen to the whole thing.
So much talent involved in what he does. Like you just hear like everything he's good at is on this album. Like it's all just reflecting this album.
And all the collabos were just on point.
Yeah, for sure. I think my favorite one will probably be Down, Down, Down because I love my first verse on there.
Nice. Whatever you do is my song. It's always been my song. It's dude, from the day I heard it, like I love everything on this album, but and so it's like one of those where like I don't even count whatever you do because nothing's ever gonna beat it. But I love Get Together. I just love hearing the posse cut with all of them on it and just kind of talking their shit. And I love that song, man. I love the beat. It's up tempo. Always fucking gets my head bobbing.
It's great the way you throw in the bars at the beginning, and then you start coming in with all the rhymes. It's like, wait a minute, how is he in the mix here? But I mean, the Barge family, like we were saying earlier, they were about it.
Yes.
I mean, I remember one time hearing, I think it was Babyface. They were doing an interview, and they were opening for Al DeBarge, and he said he'd stand in the back, go, man, I want to be like that.
That's awesome.
You know, but people don't really know Al DeBarge. I mean, they're kind of another West Coast thing, you know, and I think maybe that's why they blended, because they're in that same thing. They got hits. They don't got as many as Quik, but they got hits, and you know, and you put them in concert somewhere, and you know, people are going to be there to see them and rock with them.
They got shit that's like classic for like our generation. Like there's songs that come on, like, oh, I like it. Like, oh, like, you know, especially on the West Coast in like a certain vibe, like at a barbecue or something, like, like, oh shit. So there's a documentary out, and I only saw the trailer for it, but it's El DeBarge and one of his brothers, I don't remember which one. They're like homeless, and they live out of an RV, but like almost like willingly. They're like this, you know, there's like this subculture in LA where all these people just kind of willingly live out of their cars, and they get up and go to work and do all this shit, but they live out of an RV together. And there's a whole documentary about it. And I remember my wife showing me on like Instagram, like the trailer, and I don't remember where it's at, but I want to check
that out. Yeah. Off topic, man, but you guys got to this new Billy Joel HBO documentary.
Really?
Fucking the first part is 2.5 hours long. I'm not a big Billy Joel fan. Dude, I all these hip hop guys sample the shit out of it. I was like, that's where they got that from? So check that documentary out. Great. It just came out last night.
I told you in the last episode, you got a line I live by, man.
Yeah.
I'd rather laugh with the sinners than die with the saints.
Dude, that's kind of yeah, man. That's exactly
Yes.
But yeah, man, this is Rhythm-al-ism, DJ Quik. I'm glad you guys came on. This is my first time having 3 men on the podcast. I almost said almost did that, but I'm not this time. I'm catching myself. First time we had 3 people on a podcast. I hope this comes out the way I envision it. In theory, it works. So I hope, in theory, we keep coming back for more. This is going to be What's in the Deck 5. I'm DJ EC3.
Tony Donez here, guys.
And my guy Gilbert.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thank you. Hey, man. Thanks for coming on, bro. I hope this isn't the last time. There's a lot of albums that we have in common that we don't know we have in common, but we're gonna find out real soon because we have what's next real fast. I know D finds out right here when we have the next one. See, next one is Life is Good, Nas.
Oh man, damn. Yes sir.
Okay, that's cool. You know what I want to do after we get these ones knocked out? I think we should put all the considerations in like a little hat in one of your hats, and we can pick it out and just randomize it, which is cool. I like the way we're doing it now, but
I got like a number randomizer on my phone. Just number them, man. And
that'll be cool. So the next one is Life is Good by Nas, which is a crazy comeback album, and it's I love that album. So DJ EC3, Keep Grinding podcast, check it out now, and we out.
Later on, guys.